Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Yee! Hello, hello! Good morning Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Narito na naman tayo sa ating K-3 Storytelling Pajama Mama Buddies with Pajama Mama Jolly. Hello, Pajama Mama Jolly!
Hello, partner! Hello, Luzon, Visayas, at Mindanao! It's a Wednesday at syempre, pagdating ng 11 a.m., kami ni Mama Roma ang inyong makakasama. Excited ako kasi may mga bagong pangyayari, no? May mga pagbabago pero hindi ibig sabihin nito ay hindi na niyo kami makikita.
Yes.
Lumipat po tayo doon sa ating bagong venue. Meron na po tayong sariling DepEd ETUlay Facebook page. So, i-click nyo po yung join. No? So, kung mga hindi pa kasali, nandyan na kayo, tapos hindi pa kasali yung mga friends ninyo, yung teachers ninyo, yung mga cousins, mga playmates, and everyone, click the invite button para naman masiguro na lahat tayo magkakasama dito. Baka yung iba nalilito, hala, hindi namin makita si Mama Roma at si Mama Jolly. Wag mag-alala. No, nandito lang tayo sa ETUlay Online Tutorial FB page. Nandiyan pa rin, magkikita at magkakasama.
So, ito yung ating FB page, partner. DepEd ETUlay mismong talaga mas pinalakas na ang ating DepEd ETUlay, ano? So lahat ng ating mga subjects diyan at mga special programs diyan natin ipapalabas. Kaya naman i-follow na 'yan. At meron din tayong public group na DepEd ETUlay. Ayan, so meron tayong 67,800 members. Ayan, so
Wow!
ipagkalat pa yan. Kaya ba natin gawin yung 100,000?
Feeling ko
Ayan.
kaya nilang paabutin yan ng 1 million. Bongga. Yung
Yes,
mga kids
ayan.
natin
At
ngayon,
food.
teacher, tingnan mo, sinishare kaagad nila yung live natin. Nakikita ko kaagad may mga maagang sharers tayo dito, no? So just keep on sharing. Team live man kayo or team replay, okay na okay yan sa amin. We hope na more and more kids, more tuties will be with us, listening to our wonderful stories kasi every week naman talagang pinaghahandaan namin ni Mama Roma ang aming mga kwento para sa inyo.
Yes. At soon mga bata, magkakaroon na rin tayo ng YouTube channel ng ETUlay. At patuloy pa rin i-like at i-follow din yung YouTube channel din naman ng DepEd TV dahil pinapalabas din naman natin dyan. Okay? So, yon.
Teacher,
Yun
gusto ko
yung
lang
mga
batiin
konting
Mama Roma
pagbabago
si
yan.
Enrico Dalupan. Siya yung unang-una talaga dito. Sabi niya
Yes!
kanina, magandang umaga po, Tutor Roma and Teacher Tutor
Yes!
Jolly, also known as Grandma of the Year. So level up na tayo, hindi tayo Mama of the Year, Grandma of the Year
Grandma
na.
na!
Enrico
Oh my
Manuel
God!
T. Dalupan from Santa Barbara Elementary School. Grade 1 active teacher Jennifer Mendoza. Yan. Hello,
Yan. At
hello, hello sa
syempre,
inyo.
partner, nariyan pa rin ang ating FB page or FB group na ng ating Pajama Mama Storytelling Buddies. At dyan nga natin kinukuha ang inyong mga output, no? Dyan namin kayo nakikilala kung sino ba talaga yung mga active na tuties namin. Ayon. So, naririto sila, si Jersey, si Zoe, si Marife, si Jaden, si Amber, si Desiree. Good morning, good morning.
Si Isaiah, si Charlene. Andyan din si Rita Emanuela, si Carl Christian na laging nagpi-PM sa akin, kinukumusta ako.
Yes.
Thank you mga anak. Dun sa mga nag-PM kay Mama Jolly, last week, alam niyo naman yon na talagang medyo under the weather nga ang tawag natin, no? Don't worry, okay naman po. May konti na lang. Pero by God's grace, mga mahal, ay getting better tayo. I hope and I pray that all of you also, pati yung mga pamilya ninyo, ay malayo sa karamdaman. And if you are not
kamusta
feeling
ba
well,
kayo
mga
mga
anak,
bata?
drink water.
Yes.
Okay? Vitamins, rest. Okay? Huwag masyado magpa-stress.
Yes, ayun. Yun ang sasabihin ko. Huwag masyado paano ba yon, partner? Joke lang. Ayan, so maraming salamat dahil yung mga ganitong mga outlet natin, yung mga kwentuhan na ganyan, nakakawala din kaya to ng stress, di ba? So may bago tayong mga nakakasama, may nakakakwentuhan, may mga bagong nakikilala. So yan ay pamparelax din naman. Di ba, Desiree?
Exactly.
Isaiah? Ay, si Isaiah, get well soon. Sabi niya, I'm getting better na rin po. Kasi nagkasakit din siya.
Yes,
Ayan,
and tawag dito, he lost 3 kilos already.
Oo.
Kain
Palakos
ulit,
ka,
anak.
kain kang mabuti.
Okay.
Kain
Oy,
ng
andito si
banana.
Claudio. Hi, Claudio. Hello
Claudio.
from Tita Jolly. Yung mga pamangkin, mga oiler pamangkins yan. So I am oiling and I have mga oily sisters, oily family. And yung mga yan ay talagang nagsusupport sa ating Pajama Mama, no? Thank you, Claudie, for being here.
Ayan,
Si
kaya nga
Brielle,
naman
nandito
hindi
rin si
tayo
Brielle. Hi,
mapipigil ng
Brielle.
pandemya, no? Dahil talagang nagpasa pa rin sila ng output kahit medyo
Gusto ko yung sabi ni
challenging
Zoe, ako po
panahon.
nainom ng vitamins every day.
Very
Gusto
good
ko
yan.
yun. Tapos, if you can have mga fruit juices, mainam yun,
Yes.
kalamansi, okay, with honey. Malaking tulong yun para ma-boost yung ating immune system.
Immunity.
Yeah, yun yung mga dapat. Tapos, mga anak, huwag yung iwasan yung pagtulog, lalo sa afternoon. Yun yung mga siesta time. Mahalaga
Yes.
po yun para makarecover
Ayan.
yung katawan ninyo.
Tumugon tayo kapag inaantok, matulog, tumugon tayo sa signal ng ating katawan.
Yes.
Dahil
If your body wants you to rest, then go rest. Walang dahilan para hindi kayo magpahinga. Makakahintay ang modules ninyo,
Yes.
makakahintay ang mga gawaing bahay. Mga nanay na nandito,
Relax lang
makakahintay
po
ang
tayo.
labada. Yakap sa inyong lahat. Yakap mula sa isang nanay na naglalaba din. Yakap sa inyo, mga nanay na nagluluto, naglilinis, mga nagmumultitask. Pwede pong magpahinga. Uso po
At
yun.
saludo po kami sa inyo talaga. Kaya nga naman, katulong natin at katuwang ang ETUlay sa iba pang subjects. Kung wala tayong time, nakukulangan tayo sa oras sa ating mga anak, narito po kami para tayo ay sama-sama na magtulong sa inyong mga
What I like about ETUlay is that we have catered,
family.
okay? We have catered all subjects. So mga nanay, mga tatay, mga lolo at lola, mga tito at tita, kung kayo po ay nahihirapan na maturuan ng mga anak ninyo, mga bata na nasa inyong pangangalaga, pagdating sa kanilang mga module, don't worry, kaya po tayo may ETUlay, ay itutulay natin yan. Ang mga tutors po
Yes.
ninyo nandito lagi para sa inyo. Math, English, Science, AP, ESP, MAPE, mayroon pa tayong TLE at iba pang mga special programs para lang sa inyo. All you have to do is to tune in. Alright? Andito na
Ayan.
rin ang ating little boy from Canada. Hi there, Kikoy and baby brother Jat Husto. Hello sa inyo. Grabe na yung snow sa Canada, no? I'm glad na hindi naman din sila nagkakasakit pero makapal na yung snow talaga doon.
Ayan, konting ingat-ingat din sa ating mga kapatid dyan. Ayan, at dahil nga nandito na kayo lahat at ready na sila na makita ang kanilang mga output. Ayan, yung masasipag na bata natin na nagpasa ng kanilang output sa ating FB page.
Naku, dapat nilang ipunin yan, partner, ha? Yung mga
Ayan.
nagpapasa ng outputs nila, simula nung second quarter natin, nagsimula tayo, ipunin nyo yan. Bakit? May
Mag-collage
pasabog kami ni
kayo.
Mama Roma sa inyo. Ipunin
Ayan.
nyo yan, i-collate nyo yan, pagsasama-samahin nyo kasi sa end ng ating second quarter, ipapasa nyo yan kasi dyan kami pipili ng 5 bata
Lima
na
lang.
madadala namin ng special gift. Yes. So ngayon pa lang
Ayan.
sinasabi na namin sa inyo,
First
ipunin nyo
5.
na lahat.
First 5 na makakapasa ba? Pajama Mama Jolly, tama?
Yes. Oo, so
Yan.
ipunin na
Siyempre,
nila lahat ng
pagandahan ng
kanilang
caption,
output
di
ng
ba?
second quarter.
Pagandahan ng caption kung paano nakatulong sa atin ang ETUlay Storytelling K-3.
Yes,
Okay? So,
yes.
pipili kami ng 5 na ating makakapukaw ng ating atensyon. Okay ba yan?
Hello
Ayan,
to my
so-
cousin, Bayong Canada. Hi, for those who are in Canada, you can avail of her Bayong. Okay, so just check in Bayong Canada. Hi there, cousin.
Hello! Thank you for watching! Ayan. At dahil nga dyan, let's go na, partner! Ito na ang inyong mga output!
Gumawa tayo ng salamin ni Giraffe. Siyempre, andyan kay Pia Arabella Liana na may kasama pang nakasalamin na giraffe mula sa Mahada at Elementary School. Rafael Haven, Francia, from Masino. Siyempre, ang aking cute na si Rita Emanuela. Hi,
Yes,
love!
nandun po ngayon. Andyan din si Christian.
Princess Jereen Bascos. Ang cute
Ayan.
niya.
Kompleto sa mga output si Princess. Gayun din si
Renzel
Renzel.
Card. At si Kimberly. Jerry Christoph Bascos. Jerry, lagi rin yan nagpapasa sa atin, ha? And
Yes,
Desiree as
partner.
well. Ang cute yung nilagyan niya pa nung parang yema. Princess
Iba-iba
Jamela
sila ng
Niega.
style. Ang gaganda. Talaga
Oo,
namang
nagulat ako.
napaka-creative.
John Albert, hello. From Hada Out din yan.
Siyempre sa Sophia, papahuli ba? Okay.
Sa kanya may patusok pang ganon. Very
Chloe.
magical.
Isa rin
Hi there,
napaka-active.
Chloe.
Si
Yes,
Yesha.
Nicole Binoya.
Si Gabriel.
At kasama din niya ang kanyang giraffe.
Yes, may giraffe din siya. Si Zoe.
Meron din plastic na pangyema. Kita ko pangyema. Amber
Amber.
Johan de la Cruz. Izelia, my
Isaiah.
love. Hi there. Brielle Micaela Magsino. Paganda rin gumiti nitong si Brielle. Gleo Lexmar Paguyo na talaga namang ang star niya ay bongga. Gallagher, eksakto-eksakto para kay Giraffe yung ginawa mo, anak. Hi there, Jersey. Ang cute-cute naman talaga ng laging ginagawa ni Jersey.
Aliana.
Aliana, talagang heart. Ready na for Valentine's si Aliana.
Yes, heart din si
Samantha
Samantha M.
Villanueva ng Heart Heart
Villanueva.
din. Alessandra Semenya. Ang dami ni heart. Bongga yun.
Ayan, very good. Ayan, gusto kong batiin din si Ma'am Rufina, no, ng Mahada Out Elementary School at si Sir Cipriano na maraming estudyante dito. Ayan.
Saka si Yana Yu, Dino Yu, at si Julian. Yan, andyan sila. Ito yung kanila, fresh na fresh yung pagkakagawa. Ayan, si Yana, si Kuya Yanyan, at syempre ang aming Dino mula sa Baler, Aurora. Hi there, Yana. Ayan, yung mga kids natin na kasali rin talaga. At sigurado naman ako, ready na silang kumanta ng ating Pajama Mama song!
Get your eyes and ears ready. Let your imaginations run freely. Come in our pajama party. We are your pajamas, so get ready. Wear your jammies. We are here to share some wonderful stories. Get ready. Wear your jammies. We are here to share some wonderful stories.
Yan, hindi nila nalilimutan ang ating awit. Okay?
Yung iba nga daw, Mama Roma, kahit daw sila nagra-write ng kanilang mga modules, napapakanta sila ng ating Pajama Mama song. No, thank you very much mga anak for always singing that song. It made us very, very happy when you do that. It makes us feel connected to all of you. No? Thank you. Especially yung kwento natin ngayon kasi nung naghahanap ako ng story for now, I think it's also good that we remember to choose yung ano ba yung meron tayo, no? So our story for today is something close to our hearts kasi it talks about kindness and generosity.
Ayan,
No?
ayan ang
We just
kailangan
finished
natin ngayon, partner,
Yes,
sa
we
panahon
just
to.
finished Christmas, pero what I want you to remember is that Christmas should always be in our hearts,
In
okay?
our hearts. Araw-araw
Dapat-
Pasko.
Dapat yon lagi nating iniisip na we can always be generous, we can always be kind all throughout the season, all throughout the year. Dapat ay nagbabahagi tayo. Hi there, Sophia Francesca.
Ayan.
Obisa.
So, Direk, pwede na po bang pa-share ng aming screen? Ayan yung ating story. Ayan. So, ang ating title ng ating story ngayon ay The Smartest Giant in Town. Written by Julia Donaldson.
And Axel Sheffer.
Yes, and
Yan.
Axel Sheffer.
Yan,
Are you
tingnan niyo
ready,
yung
guys?
giant natin. Nakakita na ba
tingnan
kayo
ko
ng
nga.
giant? Totoo kaya yung may giant?
Meron bang giant?
Yan. So, the smartest giant in town. Sige, Mama Roma, simulan mo.
Okay.
Walang pasok.
Okay. George was a giant. A giant. The scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same pair of old brown sandals and the same old patch-up gown. I wish I wasn't the scruffiest giant in town, he said sadly.
Okay, before we continue, Mama Roma, can anyone tell us what do you mean by the word scruffy or scruffiest? By looking at it, ano kayang itsura ng scruff na sinabi mong scruffy? Okay?
Ano kaya yung scruffy? Sige, pwede nating tignan sa comment section.
Yan, tingnan nga natin. Ano kayang ibig sabihin pag sinabi mo, may sinabi, ay, he looks scruffy. It's a new word, no? It's a nice thing that we learned to basura. Okay, what else? Pag sinabi natin yon na scruffy, okay? You look so scruffy.
Ay,
Okay?
gusto ko lang sabihin kay Chloe Amber, hindi ba napasama yung inyong mga yung inyong output? Parang inedit ko kanina. Nagpasa daw
Madumi.
sila kahit
Likabok.
last night ng kanilang lolo.
Oh,
Ayan.
condolence, mahal.
Condolence, my loves. Tignan natin mamaya, ha? Okay,
Yan,
so thank you.
dirty.
Pero nakita ko, dalawa kayo, di ba? Yung nakasalamin.
Dirty,
Dalawa
sabi
nakasalamin,
niya.
nakapajama. Hindi ko ba siya naisama?
Untidy.
Ayan, untidy daw. Ang sabi ni Amber.
Sabi
Ang
ni
sabi ni
Prince Legal. Ang cute-cute ito si Prince.
Sige, tignan natin,
Okay?
anak.
So,
Eric.
scruffy, yes. Maalikabok, okay. Madumi, madungis.
Madumi.
Yan.
Dirty.
Pag sinabi natin, sabi niya, parang madumi yung itsura ng ating giant. Okay? So, next
Ayan.
part.
Kitang-kita naman, partner, no? Pati yung buhok niya, medyo maamos.
Unkempt. Sa English, we use it the word unkempt. But one day, George noticed a new shop. It was full of smart clothes. So, he bought a smart shirt. Can you see that
Wow.
shirt? It's white. And a smart pair of trousers. A smart belt. A smart stripy tie. Some smart socks with diamonds up the sides. And a pair of smart shiny shoes. Now I'm the smartest giant in town, he
Ayan,
said
so-
proudly.
Tignan natin kung magiging poging-pogi ba ang ating giant. George left his old clothes behind in the shop. He was about to go home when he heard a sound. On the pavement stood a giraffe who was sniffing sadly. "What's the matter?" asked George. "It's my neck," said the giraffe. "It's so very long and so very cold. I wish I had a long, warm scarf." So what do you think
Our dear
our
giraffe is so
bida will
cold.
do?
What is he gonna do? What do you think?
Ano kaya?
What should he do? Okay. "Cheer up," said George. And he took off his stripy tie. "It didn't match my socks anyway," he said, as he wound it round and round the giraffe's neck. It made a wonderful scarf. "Oh, thank you," said the giraffe. As George strode towards home, he sang to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town."
Ayun, napakabait naman pala ni George. George came to a river. On a boat stood a goat who was bleating loudly. "What's the matter?" asked George. It's my sail," said the goat. "It blew away in the storm. I wish I had a strong new sail for my boat."
Naku, ano kayang gagawin niya? "Cheer up," said George, and he took off his new white shirt. "It kept coming untucked anyway," he said, and as he tied it to the mast of the goat's boat. It made a magnificent sail. "Thank you," said the goat. George strode on, singing to himself, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My church is a boat as a sail for a goat. But look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town."
Wow, so selfless, no? George came to a tiny ruined house. Beside the house stood a white mouse with lots of baby mice. They were all squeaking. "What's the matter?" asked George. It's our house," squeaked the mother mouse. "It burned down and now we have nowhere to live." I wish we had a nice new house. What do you think George will
Ano na
do?
kayang gagawin na naman niya? He said, everybody, ano kayang sabi niya? Cheer up, said George, and he took up one of his shiny shoes. It was giving me blisters anyway, he said. On the mouse and her baby scrambled inside. The shoe made a perfect home for them. Thank you, they squeaked. George had to hop along the road now, but he didn't mind. As he hopped, he sang to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. But look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town.
Wow! George came to a campsite. Beside a tent stood a fox. Who was crying? What's the matter? Asked George. It's my sleeping bag, said the fox. I dropped it in a puddle. I wish I had a warm, dry sleeping bag.
What is
What
he
do you
going to
think?
do?
Okay.
Cheer up, said George, and he took off one of his socks with diamonds up the side. It was tickling my toes anyway, he said, as the fox snuggled into it. It made a very fine sleeping bag. Thank you, said Fox. George hopped on and singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt is a boat or a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look me up and down. I'm the smartest giant in town.
George came to a big squelchy bag. Beside the bag stood a dog who was howling. What's the matter?
Oh!
What's the matter? Asked George. "Er? Er, it's my bug. It's this bug, said the dog. I need to get across, but I keep getting stuck in the mud. I wish there was a safe, dry path. Ano kayang gagawin ni George?
Ano na kayang ibibigay niya?
Ay!
Cheer up,
Ay.
said George, and he took off his new smart belt. It was squishing my tummy anyway, he said, as he laid it down over the bog. It made an excellent path. Thank you, said the dog. The wind started to blow, but George didn't mind. He hopped on, singing to himself. My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt's on a boat as a sail for a goat. My shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt held a dog who was crossing a bog. But what happened? My trousers are falling down. I'm the coldest giant in town. Suddenly, George felt sad and shivery and not at all smart. He stood on one foot and thought, I'll have to go back to the shop and buy some more clothes, he decided. He turned round and hopped all the way to the shop.
Ayan. Sabi ni Chloe, matulungin po siya. Ayan, mapagbigay siya,
yung
sabi
sinturon
nila.
niya. Yan, kaya lang nakita na yung bottoms niya kasi nahulog yung kanyang smart
Na-OA
bag.
yata siya ng pagbibigay sa kapwa.
Binigay niya na yung lahat ng meron kaya nahubuan na siya. Yeah, let's try
Ayan.
to find out.
But when he got there, it was closed. Oh no! cried George. He sank down onto the doorstep and tears ran down his nose. He felt as sad as all the animals he had met on his way home. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw a bag with something familiar poking around
What could it
of the
be?
George took a closer look. What is that? My gown! He yelled. My dear old gown and sandals! George put them on. They felt wonderfully comfortable. I'm the coziest giant in town, he cried, and he danced back home along the road.
Outside his front door stood all the animals he had helped. Remember the giraffe, and there's also the fox, the dog, and the mouse. They were carrying an enormous present. Come on, George, they said. Open it. George untied the ribbon. Inside was a beautiful gold paper crown and a card. Look inside the car, George, said the animals. George put the crown on his head and opened the card. Inside it says, your tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt is a boat as a sail for a goat. Your shoe is a house for a little white mouse. One of your socks is a boat for a fox. Your belt help
Ayun.
a dog. He's crossing a bog. But here is a bird for fine for a crown to go with the sandals and gown. One of the kindest giant in
Giant in
town. Yeah, he is the
town.
kindest
Ayan.
giant in town. He
Yes,
may not
naitawid
look
mo,
smart.
partner, yung kanta.
Yeah.
How cute.
Alam mo naman, hindi tayo singer. Ikaw ang singer sa ating
Ayan.
dalawa eh. Ano ko lang
Ayan,
to,
hello Prince
tinutuloy ko
Renz
lang
and
yung pagkanta
Daria
na to.
Legal. Sabi niya paka-shoutout po. Si Prince Renz, nanonood siya. Hello. Ayan, nagustuhan niyo ba yung story mga bata? Kasi
Gusto ko
kami
yung sabi ni
gusto
Chloe, it's
namin yung
better to give than to
storya.
receive. That's true.
Sabi ni Chloe.
Yeah, sabi niya yon, it's better to give than to receive. And
Tama.
always, mga anak, it's always good to be kind, to be generous, to give. Remember, in the Bible, it says Jesus Christ gave his life for you and me. So that's generosity, that's kindness,
Amen.
right? He giving his life for you and me. Kindness is a gift everyone can afford to give. Hindi kailangan maging mayaman. Hindi kailangan na antayin mo na marami kang pera para maging kang mabuti at mapagbigay.
Yan.
You
Tama,
have to
partner.
remember
At
how to
maging
give.
yung mismong buhay natin, maaari itong maging pagpapala sa iba. Hindi man ito material, maging mabait tayo sa ating kapwa, nakatingin man sila o hindi. So, maging mabuti tayo sa ating kapwa. Yan. At kung may mai-share tayo, mas mabuti din dahil sabi nga, parang evidence na ng kindness, yung may naiibigay ka rin sa iyong
Yeah.
kapwa.
You don't have to shell out much, but if you can, ang gusto ko laging sinasabi noon if it is in my power to be kind and to give, I would give. Okay?
Yes, tama.
Mahalaga, mga mahal ko, lalo kayo, mga bata pa kayo, ay to grow up knowing that kindness is something that you can always give to anyone. Maging mabuti, piliing maging mabuti at mapagbigay sa lahat ng pagkakataon.
Ayan. At hindi naman kailangan laging broadcast ang ating kabutihan. Katulad ng ating giant, no? So, hindi naman niya ipinagkalat na, ibinigay ko yung ganyan, ibinigay ko yun sa
And
aking
he's not
kapwa.
even asking anything for in return, partner,
Hindi
remember?
naman.
Diba?
Ayan, tama. Ayan, dahil ang Panginoon ang siyang magbabalik nito sa atin.
Indeed,
Ayan.
amen.
So, sabi nga, magbigay, yung pagbibigay mo ng kanang kamay, wag nang malaman ng kaliwa. So, pero kung ito ay makaka-inspire, no? Kasi uso ngayon sa social media, no, yung ibino-broadcast yung kanilang pagbibigay. At mas marami pa yung nagbibigay ng tulong sa nangangailangan, okay din yon. So kung ito ay nakaka-encourage na to brag, pwede nating gawin yon. So, pero ang sabi sa Bible, wag nang malaman ng kaliwa ang ibinibigay ng kanan. Dahil
Yeah.
mas malaki yung gantimpala kapag ka nasa langit na tayo. No?
Amen. Okay,
Okay.
and next part, meron pa akong isa dyan na nilagay. Everywhere you go,
There you
leave a
go.
glitter trail of kindness. Kahit saan ka daw magpunta. Ang dapat maalala sa'yo ng mga tao ay naging mabuti at mapagbigay ka. Lagi nila maaalala yon, no? So everywhere you go, leave a glitter trail of kindness. Magsabog ka ng kabutihan sa iyong kapwa because we were made in the image and likeness of God. God is kind. Therefore, we are
Yes.
inherently kind, mga mahal.
Ayan. At lahat tayo ay may naiitagong kabutihan. Minsan akala natin napakasama na ng isang tao pero meron at merong kabutihan pa rin sa kanyang puso. Ayan. Siguro naghihintay lang ng tamang pagkakataong partner. So, kailangan isipin natin everywhere you go, leave a glitter trail of kindness. Ayan. Ang isang kailangan natin ngayon sa panahong ito, ang kabutihan sa ating kapwa. Quiz time! Ayan, what do you think? What does
Ayan, A, B, or C?
A,
What does scruffiest
dirty,
mean?
B, smartest, C, coldest? Ayan. Sinagot na nila yan kanina.
Alam na nila yan.
Ayan, may nagsagot na.
Benji,
Umuuna
sabi
na ng
niya,
letter A.
A, Erich, Zoe, yan, si Zoe Joshua, A, yung mga sagot nila. How about the others? Zayjona, okay, yan, A po, yung sagot nila. Yes, the correct answer is the dirtiest. Okay, the dirtiest
Letter
giant.
A.
Okay, next question, partner.
How did George help the animals? A, he built a house for them. B, he cooked for them. C, he gave them what they needed. Type in your answers in the comment section.
Ano daw ginawa ni George para magpakita ng tulong? Ano yung
Number
ginawa
2.
niya? Okay.
Ayan, sabi
Sabi ni
ni
Brielle,
Zoe.
C. Okay, si Eric, si
Eric.
Zea, si Jaden, letter C, yung mga sagot nila. Yes, Jason, Giovanni, si Amber, si Jersey, letter C. Ang correct
Letter
na
C.
sagot ay
Letter C. Tama kayo. Very good. Nakikinig mabuti. Number 3. In the end, George became the blank giant in town. A, the smartest. B, the kindest. C, the coolest. Pero sa totoong buhay, no, kung titignan natin si George, lahat yan pwede. Pwede sa kanya. Sa kanya ipinakita. Dahil cool din magpakabuti, di ba?
exactly.
Cool din magpakabuti sa kapwa. Ayan.
Yeah, so George is he's the kindest giant in town. That's right.
Very
So I think you're
good.
all ready for our badge of kindness. So kahit anong itsura ng badge na gagawin ninyo, at nung badge na to na gagawin ninyo mga mahal, ay pwede nyo ibigay sa mga tao na tingin ninyo ay karapat dapat makarandam ng inyong pagpapahalaga at pasasalamat. Pwedeng yung lola ninyo, yung mama ninyo, yung dad ninyo, or yung mga kasama ninyo sa loob ng bahay, bigyan nyo sila ng badge. Hindi naman kailangan kaparehong ganito yung badge. Kahit anong itsura ng badge, basta i-honor. So, ang gagamitin lang natin dito, yung usual natin, colored paper, tapos i-fold lang natin yan, gupitin, tapos isasabit natin sa kanila. No?
Pwedeng stickers.
Pwedeng
Pagandahin.
Kasi 'di ba, yung mga animals na nandoon, they honor George by giving him a crown, no? So everybody can see he's the kindest giant in town. And then they presented him with a song, 'di ba? So kayo, you can also do that. Pwede kayong gumawa ng kapareho nitong nanditong sample natin, or dahil magagaling naman talaga kayo sa crafting, pwede kayong gumawa ng ibang itsura ng badge natin. And then give it to people. Gusto niyo yung mga frontliners, kahit hindi niyo sila mabibigyan. Okay, pwede niyong picturean yon, and then a badge of honor for all our frontliners na talaga namang nagpapakita ng kagitingan sa panahon, lalo ngayon na may surge tayo. Sa mga ETUlay tutors natin, pwede niyo silang bigyan ng badges. 'Di ba? Ang badge ay pagkilala.
Yeah. Pagkilala ng kabutihan ng ating kapwa. Yun nakatulong sa inyo.
At
No?
don't forget to send it to our Pajama Mama Reading Buddies page. Don't forget to like and share it as well. So team live or team replay kayo, pwedeng-pwede. Partner, yung announcement mo?
Ayan. So, yung announcement natin, etong bago nating FB page, Facebook page. At ETUlay has moved to its own Facebook page. So, kailangan natin yan ng suporta. No? Suportahan po natin ang bago nating Facebook page at yung ating DepEd, ito yon, yung ating Facebook page at ang ating ETUlay group. So, pwede rin natin ditong ipasa yung inyong mga gawa, pero wag din kalilimutang ipasa sa ating Pajama Mama Storytelling Buddies. Ito yon. Ayan.
Oy, naku si Gabriel. Naku, may sakit siya.
Naku,
Gabriel
magpagaling kayo,
Alan
mga anak.
Escobido, hindi siya nakadalo sa atin. Gustong-gusto niya nag-PM ngayon si mami niya. At talaga naman, ako, mahal, magpagaling ka, and we will continuously pray for you, sweetheart, para naman sa susunod maka-team live ka ulit. For now, team replay daw muna sila. That's okay, that's okay. Ang mahalaga, makapagpahinga muna kayo, mga anak. Lagi lang naman nandito ang ating mga tutors na handa na magbigay ng pagtuturo sa inyong lahat.
Ayan.
Magaling ka, Gabriel.
Yan, supportahan din po natin ang ating ETUlay TV. Yan, kasama nyo kami ni Sir Rafi. At ngayon nga ay si Ma'am si Ma'am Mercy. At si Tutor Rafi. Okay? So maraming salamat, Desiree. Thank you. Thank you, Clancy. Titignan natin yung inyong mga ipinasa, ha? So, ipapasa ko yung mismong
Madam
video.
Ellie ng Cebu, hindi pa ganun ka-stable ang internet at kuryente nila. Pero to Ellie, we pray na sa susunod makasama ka ulit namin. No? Tinamaan din sila ng bagyong Odette. So yung mga bata na nandoon sa area ng Soc Sergeant, please continue pray for them. Tulad ninyo, mga bata din sila at gusto rin nila na makasama kayo sa mga activities na tulad nito.
Ayan. At kasunod na po ang ating 4 to 6 storytellings. Kasama naman sila Sir Sherwin at si Ma'am Carlene. Ayan, si Tutor Carlene. Bye mga bata. Maraming salamat.
Mga anak. See you all on Wednesday.
Maraming
Bye.
salamat.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!